And now the turn of the 5 Series, the engine is warm. We can start directly with a bad road as a comparison to the last part that we drove with the 7 Series. So what you have is of course not the level of refinement that you have with the 7 Series with the air suspension, but it's not very far off. You do not have unpleasant noises, you do not have that jumpy driving like you have sometimes with the X5 or with the 3 Series. The 3 Series is the worst there, it jumps all the time, you feel this wobbling. Also, you do not hear unpleasant noises from the suspension itself working. That is an issue on many cars sometimes. The car is on sport individual now. Let me put it on comfort. Okay, now we are basically on the same settings that we will be with the X5 and the same setting as we had most of the time on the 7 Series. Now we can see also the X5 coming. It's still parked waiting for us to take the next round with it. The 7 Series is already gone. It will come back later today. So now we will drive my favorite road. We have some S-bends where I can really challenge a car. You will see why. You've seen it also on the 7 Series and you can compare. But starting from the driving position is so much sportier than in the X5. Yes, you do not have the advantage regarding getting in and out of the car, but you have the sportier position. You sit lower in the car and you have a sportier feeling. Yes, let's drive the first round with the car in comfort, and then we will put the car in the sporty setting when we drive back and have a little bit of fun. It still has the winter tires, so it will be a little bit noisier on the road, and it will have of course not that level of a grip because we have above the operating temperature that the winter tires need. We are at 20 degrees. I will shut up a little bit and let you enjoy the corner driving. You can see it jumps, and when it comes down it wobbles very little and then it remains where it should remain. This is also the case with the 7 Series, although the 5 Series is not an M Sport package, it's a Sport package, so it's not that hard as the 7 Series. And the X5 is also an M Sport package. So here we have some very small similarities, but regarding handling, having driven the 330 X-Drive, I can tell you by far the best handling has the 3 Series. Very you cannot see that good with the GoPro. Very short behind the 3 Series comes this 5 Series, and with a bigger gap comes the 7 Series, and with the even bigger gap comes then the X5. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that the hard suspension is a good suspension. That's not what I'm saying, because I had the Megane Renault Sport, which has a really, I would say, it's still a stiff suspension, but it's, from all the performance cars that I've driven, it's the less stiff suspension, but it has an unbelievable handling. In general, the French cars have this type of suspension that really helps you out in this regard. We will shortly turn here and see exactly how the car handles then on sport. And we put it on sport. The gearbox will remain on normal. And you feel this unbelievable torque from down below of this straight 6-cylinder. Guys, let me tell you, if you have never driven a car with a straight 6-cylinder, it's difficult to explain, but the difference is enormous. How power delivery comes between a straight 6 and a 4-cylinder diesel. It's simply unequaled, if you ask me, and that's why I love so much BMWs. And from my point of view, a BMW should always have, as long as it is still possible, of course, an internal combustion engine that is a straight 6-cylinder, because it's not about the power. Power means horsepower and means really high RPM. I mean between 1500 and 3000 RPM. When you use this car most of the time, it performs flawlessly. It doesn't matter if it's a 3 Series, a 5 Series, a 7 Series, an X3, an X5. This is the engine to get. I'm not talking about the B-Turbo, the 4.0, or about the 5.0, the quad turbo. It's simply the basic straight 6-cylinder engine from BMW with the ZF gearbox is a match in heaven. You need, if you want a good BMW, you need to have this combo for your daily driver. And whatever everybody will tell you, in my honest opinion, the best commuter car and still the best daily driver is a straight 6 diesel engine automatic X-Drive. You will never have issues with this car. And if you punch it, I felt a little bit the backside going. You can achieve really great speeds on a B road. And if you go and you push the car, you feel it's turning, this rotation. You feel this rotation even in the X5, and that's why BMWs are so fun to drive. And the 1 Series was not fun to drive at all, because you need to find the spirit of BMW, and the spirit of BMW is this rear-wheel drive biased behavior, where you feel the car rotating, when you feel the push from behind, where you have power from down below, where you can drive 130, 140, 150 if you punch the car and the car goes. A normal car, if you are talking 150 horsepower, beyond 130, 140, 150 kilometers per hour it will go, but it's not pushing. The BMWs, the straight 6-cylinder engine, always give you this type of great performance. And when the reaction of the gearbox, it's immediate. You have all that you could ever want in a 5 Series Touring. You have the handling, you have the comfort, you have the space, you have the noise isolation, you have the gadgets, you have the nice materials. So if you want something that is very good at everything, then you need to get the 5 Series Touring. And now we will park next to the X5. Here it is, the big SUV, and we will start our tour with the X5 so that you can compare yourself how it is and how it feels and how what you hear from the car.